Welcome back. You're watching a CNN Philippines special presentation, The Filipino Votes, Election Day 2022. Let's head over now to Cebu, the most vote-rich province in the Philippines with over 3.2 million voters. Cebu-based correspondent Dale Israel joins us now live via Zoom for the situation on the ground. Dale, ano nangyayari dyan ngayon sa Cebu?
Yes, my buntag Rico, as early as 6 a.m., the voters have started to arrive at the polling centers around Cebu City, and the numbers are doubling by the hour. And since only a limited number of voters are allowed inside the precinct at any given time, lines of people in most polling centers are getting longer. We saw young and elderly voters among the early birds to cast their votes, especially at the polling center here in barangay Kamputhaw Elementary School. I was actually one of those that lined up at to cast my vote earlier at the Kamputhaw Elementary School, and it actually took me an hour and 30 minutes from lining up at 6 a.m. from actually casting my vote and finishing the entire process. Now, that was around 6 a.m. when I left the polling center. I observed longer lines of people, some spilling into the streets outside of the school. So those who are yet to vote later may need to pack more patience, of course, snacks and water. In the case of Kamputhaw, the school is not as ventilated as those in polling centers that have bigger open spaces. They have also designated classrooms as waiting areas, but these are already full. So yesterday also, Rico, we were able to talk to people who are actually receiving cash in exchange for votes. Some were allegedly even given cards and with serial numbers, which they can exchange for cash. In Cebu City, amounts range reportedly between 100 to 500 pesos, while we also received reports in Lapu-Lapu City that the voters were given as much as 1,500 pesos. We cannot, however, independently verify these reports, as most of them are only sent to us via social media messages, and those that receive the cash refuse to be put on record. But we know so far is that Cebu City Police has made an actual arrest of a suspected supporter of a candidate with money stapled on a sample ballot. Back to you, Rico.
So, Dale, briefly tell us, what is the current status of the local elections there, particularly for governor and for Congress, for the different districts, and for mayor and vice mayor?
Yes, Rico, we are expecting Mayor Rama to cast his vote actually around 9 o'clock today, and Governor Garcia will be voting in her hometown in Barile, while we are also expecting other officials also to cast their votes later in the day. Rico?
Cebu-based correspondent Dale Israel, thank you so much for that update live from Cebu City. Let's now cross over to Pagadian City.